Hello everyone, Miss Graduate with Rubies and Moonstones. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you are new to my channel, I hope that you like it here and will consider subscribing. And if you are returning, welcome back. Thank you so much for continuing to support my channel. I really do greatly appreciate each and every one of you, so thank you so very much. So I know that I said I wasn't going to do any more unboxings, but with there not being any sneak peeks and all of that, and with all of these new Richard Lorenz birds, I just can't help myself. So as you can see, this is Priscilla. She literally just flew in, and I am eager to look at her and want to share with you. So we have Priscilla by Richard Lorenz and Diamond Art Club, 25.6 inches by 32.7 inches, or 65 by 83 centimeters. And if you are not aware, Priscilla is actually supposed to be the girlfriend to Purnell. So I'm going to insert a picture of Purnell here. And that way you can see the similarities between Priscilla and Purnell. And I am so excited to complete her and get her on the wall next to Purnell, since that is one of the few that I have completed. So let's go ahead and get into this box. And then it does tell us on the side that there are going to be 84 colors, 2 ABs, 3 fairy dust, for a total of 86,913 drills, and of course this is a square drilled canvas. All right, getting into the box. Okay, so we're just gonna pull this on out. And since Diamond Art Club is doing their new packaging, my unboxings are going to be a little bit different. I am not going to go through the contents of the toolkit. It is always going to be the same at this point. There is, ooh, actually I am going to show you, because this is new-ish. This was not included in the very first box that I got, but I had heard that they were going to add it, and they did. They added 1 plate of heart-shaped wax to the toolkit. So I had heard that they were going to do that, and they did on this one. So excellent. We've got our pre-filled pen, putty, baggies, and their tray, and it has a 4 and a 7 placer. Okay. I am not going to continue to go through the toolkit, but since they did start adding the heart-shaped wax to this toolkit already, I wanted to point that out to you, as the previous unboxings that I have done with the new boxes did not have that heart-shaped wax in it. So Ida's Little Flockers and Nigel, they did not have the heart-shaped wax in it. So the fact that they've already added it into this one is pretty awesome that they did that so fast. So here is our small sticker sheet that has the image of the original artwork on it, and inside are our pre-cut labels for all of our colors. And as we can see, as I said, there are 84 total colors in this kit. At the front we have our ABs. Any DMC number under 150 is an AB drill, so we have 2 colors that are ABs. And at the end we have all of our special drills, so those start with a letter, and we have 3 of those. So 2 ABs and 3 fairy dust, just like it said on the side of the box. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the canvas and the drills. Okay, so here is our color palette for Priscilla, and it has so many different colors in there. I am excited to see them. Oh, look at all those colors on that side. Loving those blues. This is going to be so fun. And I can already see one of the fairy dust colors here, that pretty green. We'll look at the drills a bit more in a moment. Let's go ahead and take a look at the canvas. I am going to go ahead and roll it back on itself just to help make it lay flatter a little bit faster for filming purposes, but it is supposed to lay flat on its own if you give it enough time. Oh, These are just so much more wonderful in person than they are on the computer or phone or whatever. I love it. And maybe it's just because of how big they are. I don't know. She is just so cute and gorgeous. I love her. I absolutely love her. I love her little companion worm with her umbrella. It's like a lace umbrella. That is too cute. We have a dragonfly over here, and I know Purnell has a dragonfly on the opposite side. Her flowers. Oh, of course, she has her lip ring there. Some glasses. Those glasses and the glasses on the little worm are too cute as well. Her beaded necklace. And she has a ring. She has like a diamond ring on her toe. So maybe she's Purnell's fiance and not just his girlfriend, because she has a very nice ring on her toe. Oh my gosh. Oh. I've been trying to decide which one to do next. I want to do every one of them when I open them, but she might have to be it. She just might. I don't know. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yay. All right. So I will do a pan over of the canvas so you can just see everything in a lot more detail. And then I will insert a picture of the entire canvas at the end. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the drills. So if this is not something that you enjoy about unboxings, I totally understand. Please feel free to skip forward. However, please know that at the end, I will pull out all of these special drills and show you where I see them on the canvas. So if you are interested in that, just skip ahead and you can look at that part. I do, however, try and make going through the drill process as quick as possible. So, and I try and cut out as much of the crinkliness as possible as well. So, all right, let's go ahead and get in and see how many colors of everything we have. $3,790, 2 bags of 3,823, 3,363, 964, 2 bags of 796, 797, 2 bags of 820, 2 bags of 780, 2 bags of 782, 400, Z564. So this is our first fairy dust color, and it's a beautiful green, and it's quite a decent sized bag of it as well. And so fairy dust is a special drill that has mica powder or glitter encased within the drill. It's always hard to get the heads to pop up to show you. But the fairy dust really just has a really nice, subtle, shimmery effect that I really love. 739, 2 bags of 738, Z307. So this is our second fairy dust color, a yellow, a very bright yellow. And this one might be very difficult to even see the glitter on these. But wow. I love how bright this yellow is. This is going to be a really fun color. 3808, 372, 3842, 300, 993, 3746, 995, 550, 310, 333, 522, 646, 913, 165, 640, 129. So this is our first AB. AB stands for Aurora Borealis, and it has an iridescent coating on the tops of the drills that gives it an extra shimmery, sparkly shine that you can kind of see on some of those tops. Of course, most of them have the bottom side up, but you can see a little bit of that iridescent coating on the top there. So this nice canary yellow color there. And then we have 2 of these smaller bags of 783. And then we have 2 bags of Z3865, which is just a slightly off-white color for our third and final fairy dust. And we have 2 of these smaller bags of that as well. So we know we'll have quite a bit of that on our canvas. 2 bags of 939, 3827, 523, 3816, 452, 414, 801, 3024, 612, 647, 3822, 747, 6012, 813, 6011, 451, 611, 3843, 989, 3837, 972, 6002, 826, 155, 502, 839, 728, 898, 744, 3840, 3046, 973, 351, 920, 918, 890, 3766, 3818, 606, 741, 3848, 3852, 6000, 208, 120. So this is our second and final AB, which is a very nice blue color. Not too bright, but not too dull either. 6013, 562, 829, 895, 938, 937, 996. Alright, so I'm going to go through and cut out all of the special drills so I can show you where those go, and then I'm going to put the rest of them back into the bag. But just in case you are wondering, there are 50 colors that come in these smaller baggies. So when you're kitting up, we have about 50 that are really, really small. The other 34 colors would be in the larger bags and need containers of various sizes. All right, so I have all of the drills put away except for our special drills, so we can take a look at where those go. So for our ABs, we are going to be looking for the numbers 1 and 2 on the canvas. And for our fairy dust, we're looking for this yellow to the right arrow. This symbol, which is a new to me symbol, and I'm calling it a train track symbol. Any better ideas as to what to refer to this one as? I don't know. And then our white square with the black dot in the middle. So our first AB is numbered 120, this blue AB, and we don't have a whole lot of it, but where I see that is there is a little bit in her feathering here as well as her feathers here, and there's a little bit in her eyelashes at the top, but then most of it is going to be within her irises here as well. And I see a few speckled dots within this dragonfly as well. That is the only places that I saw the blue. Our next AB is number 129, the yellow AB. And we have a decent sized bag of that. That's number 2 on our canvas. And it's found primarily in the background and in the bubbles. So we see it going around the bubble here, and there's a few dots here, and then there's some color blocking in these sections. We have some color blocking of it here, as well as up in this area and in the wings of the dragonfly. And then we see just a few more highlighting all of these bubbles. There is some color blocked in this area here, a few in the worm, and again a few in this bubble, as well as these bubbles going down this side as well. There's also a couple of 2s within her beak, and there's a few dotted in her necklace, but those are really the only places that I see that number 2 yellow AB. So then moving on to our fairy dust. Our first fairy dust is Z307, this bright yellow, and so that is the right arrow, and that is seen most predominantly within these flowers in the whole sunflower area of her head. We also see some in the glasses of the worm and going out here on the worm. And then we also see it in her glasses, in that rim of her glasses as well. And that is where all of that fairy dust is seen. I really don't see it anywhere else. I can always be missing something, guys, but that's where I see most of it. Our next fairy dust is Z564, and like I said, I'm calling this one the train track symbol because I don't know what else to call it. And mostly this is found in the background as well, and in the bubbles. There are just a few within this one, but most of it is found, there's a little bit here in these sections. This whole area is a color blocked piece in the background. There's a square of it here and some dots here, and then all of these little dotted sections in the background here and then these bubbles and this area there. So it's mostly within the bubbles. Here's some more over there in that bubbly area. It's mostly in the bubbles here at the top, but not in the sides or at the bottom. So it's highlighting that brighter top area of the piece. And then finally, we have Z3865, our white fairy dust. And this is anywhere we see the whitest of the white, that white square with the black dot. And I honestly prefer having the fairy dust to AB 141. I like the more subtle effect that it has wherever there is supposed to be white. So I am liking that they are making that change. And so we see it within the bubbles, all of this, well, okay. Some of the white on her is a little deceiving because there is a symbol on here that is just a white square with a blue background. So this symbol is also going to show up as white when you're just looking at it. So I will point out the ones that actually have the black dot in the middle. So we see it in these bubbles, and here it is within her feathering in this area, in her eyes. All of these white squares in this area is that other color. In her ring, that is the white fairy dust. There are a few dots of white fairy dust in her necklace. The white fairy dust is within her eyes, and then there is color blocking of the white fairy dust in the background here, as well as behind this flower and in the dragonfly up here going around this bubble. And then we also see a lot of the white fairy dust all in this lacy umbrella area up here, and a bit in the eyes and glass area of the worm. We see a few dots within this bubble and these bubbles as well. So, like I said, it's a little deceptive with this white square here not being the fairy dust color that we've been talking about. It's the one with has a black dot in it. I'm really curious to know what 796. 796 is like a dark blue color, I believe. And so the fact that they have a white square that needs to be covered up with that, your placement is going to need to be perfect to make sure that you do not have any of that white showing through. So I'm not sure how I feel about that symbol. If they would have made that symbol with a white or at least a lighter color, okay, that would be okay. But having it be a dark blue color, this is going to be difficult to make sure that all of that white is covered up perfectly with the squares. So we shall see how that goes. Yeah. Have you seen that symbol before? I have not. I have not. And I know that this has 84 colors, so it does have a lot of colors on it. But that's not a symbol that I am familiar with, and I think that that's going to frustrate me. I will likely end up single placing in those areas just to make sure, to the best of my ability, that that entire white area is covered. But other than that, I love her. I love the canvas. It does, of course, have the perforated plastic cover on it. It still does not have the lines to show us where that where those perforations are, but just a little bit of washi tape along the edge, and that will help identify it for you. So I still like having the option personally. I love her. I wish I had all the time in the world to just sit and diamond paint and put these beautiful birds together, but of course I don't. And the more birds that there are, the more time that I have to work on them, the more fun that it's going to be. And at this rate, it's going to be a while before I get them all done. But I love her. I love her. I love her lips. And I do kind of want to bling her up similarly to Purnell. Purnell has a DP with Sparklers enhancement kit that I did use. And I'm really hoping that DP with Sparklers comes out with an enhancement kit for her as well so that they can match. But we'll just have to see if they do that or not. And if they don't, if I'm confident enough to try and do it on my own, I don't know if I am. So I might have to reach out to them to see if they will be so kind as to come up with a charting of their own. All right, so that is Priscilla. What do you guys think? Do you love her as much as I do? I love her. I love her. I cannot wait. Oh, I wish I could just do all of them. Okay, so that is going to be it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to give it a like. If you would like to see more of my content as I create it, please be sure to hit that subscribe button. And of course, if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope you have a fabulous day. Bye-bye.